All right, guys, we got Chester here. We are taking off his bandage from where he got bit in the neck that actually cut a artery in his neck, and he had blood spurting out of this wound when it first happened. Gave us a big scare. And we have to change out this bandage for about 3 or 4 days at least, and give him a clean bandage every day. Tried to do this last night, and it was so stuck, his bandage was just stuck to his wound with dried blood and stuff like that, that I didn't want to force it. It was stuck pretty good. Poor dog. And I tried a little bit of warm water, and that wasn't helping at all. So what I've done to actually help peel it off, I just pulled really gently and put on some saline drops onto where it was stuck, and that actually helped free it. I still had to pull it real gently, just a little bit, but it did actually come loose from the wound. Also, I did have a clean rag or clean towel ready to apply if I started getting a lot of blood coming from that wound again, or if it popped open. I was ready to actually apply direct pressure. And that's how I actually kept him from bleeding to death, I think, the other day when it actually happened. He had just blood just spurting out of there. Probably lost at least a pint of blood. And I just took a wet towel and I applied it right to where he was bleeding. And I guess I did a good job, because I was able to stop the bleeding in about 5 minutes. But not before he had a pool of blood on our kitchen linoleum floor, probably at least a pint, just of blood everywhere. So I was really scared when he was bleeding that much. I was scared that he was going to bleed to death. Right there in our hands, even before we could even think about getting him to a vet. I thought he was going to lose him right there, because I thought he was going to just have too much blood loss. But somehow I was able to stop the bleeding and get him into a veterinary who was able to go ahead and put some stitches in his wound here. Evidently, it's about a 3/4 inch gash. That's what it was in his neck that had to be sewed up, stitched up. So here you can see his wound. He's still bleeding a little bit on it. So we're going to go ahead and take this off, and we're going to go ahead and apply a fresh bandage right to that wound area here. Okay. Okay. Come here, Manchester. All right, it doesn't look, the wound itself does not look as bad as I thought it did. You can still see he has a lot of dried blood all over his chest and area where he actually, where the blood was coming off, and they had to, it looks like, shave a little bit of the hair off so they could get to it. But I'm sure it still hurts him. We're still giving antibiotics and pain medication here 2 days later. So we're going to go ahead and apply just a fresh, what I got is just basically a non-stick bandage. I had some of these non-stick sterile bandage, and we're just going to go ahead and apply this here and put some more, put some stuff around it. So it's self-sticking bandage tape around it. And you just want to apply this real loose. You don't want to apply it, and you don't want to get it wet. You don't want to put any kind of solution on it. You don't want to, our veterinary vet told us, you don't be trying to put any kind of cream or ointment or, Neosporin or anything like that on his wound. You just want to apply a dry bandage. Of course, in this kind of situation, you would always want to take your dog to your vet and do whatever your vet tells you to do. But Chester is getting better, and he is doing well after the attack the other day at his neck, and a huge scare. We really thought we were going to lose Chester. My wife and I both thought we were going to lose him. I mean, just so much blood loss. It was one of those moments where I think he was lucky. All right, thanks so much everybody for watching. Be sure you leave your comments below. This has been Zaxter99 with Chester's Healing Process. All right, take care everybody.